Hey, what's up guys? Count Chocula here. I'm going to log in on my healer and kind of show you what to expect when you log into the game after update 25. If you haven't been on the game in a while, kind of gonna give you a tour of what to expect. So let's go ahead and log in here. Well, as you can see, I have a feat that just popped called VAT Worker. I don't do a lot of PvP. If you do happen to do a lot of PvP, you're probably going to get more feats than that, just because of the fact that they changed some of the number that is required in some of those arenas. I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about here. Let's go down to player versus player. Some of these arenas here, let's go to arenas. They've changed the number. They've lowered the number of what you need to get a feat. So as you can see, I don't PvP with this character. That goes for these feats as well. I just got the VAT Worker feat, 5 out of 5. I believe they lowered it from the first tier to get feats for doing these legends. They made it from 10 to 5, and the fact that they did the reason why they did that was because of the map rotation. So let's go and warp to the Hall of Doom. Another thing they added, you might see, is the base tracking. You click on base tracking. Anyone that's given your account permissions to enter will be on here on the side. You can highlight it. You highlight the name of the base, and click X, and it will you'll be able to hit update, like Jester's house, hit update, and then you'll be able to find it on the map. So let's go ahead and warp over to the Hall of Doom. Okay, Hall of Doom. First thing, let's go to the Meta Wing. Let's fly over here. You haven't done so yet, it might be interesting to come over here and check this out. Let's wait for this to res up. Black Manta suit, and you can go in. This is the tier 5. This is the tier 5 PvE suit. A lot of heroes are jealous. I don't blame them. Let's go in the kiosk here. And as you can see, it's called the Deep Sea Black Mana style, the Deep Sea gear. Pretty nice stats on this gear. It takes marks of reality, which aren't going to be available until DLC 7, which should be out pretty soon. They announced it last night. It's going to be on the test server. So it's got all the different healer, tank. It's got all the different roles. As you can see, I'm in full tier 4 healer gear. And if I go down here, say for example my boots, look at those stat increases. Pretty awesome. So that's one thing you can do. If you haven't been on the game in a little while, you'll notice. So let's see, what else can we do? Yeah, there's a big crowd down here as usual. There's a reason why there's a crowd down here. People are dueling. Let's go to a different wing. Maybe we'll get lucky and there won't be a bunch of people. There's Brother Blood. We don't want him. What we want, and there's probably a crowd over here as well. Ah, Felix Faust. PvP gear. Nice. So if you go into this guy, you're just going to see PvP supplies and weapons. These are your, I'll look at the stats here. These are now your level 77 PvP item weapons. Right down here. Keep going. It's got the, it'll show your role here, so it's got the healer and the DPS here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up a healer weapon, and all it does is cost in-game money now. Like I said, this is a level 77. It is 77.9 DPS. Adds 532 precision to inflict 131.1 DPS. What do I want for my healer? Do I want rifle or hand blasters? Let's go ahead and get the rifle. Let's go over to our inventory, see what our inventory looks like here. So I got all my colas and my weapons. So I'm going to put my DPS, or I'm going to put my PvP gear right there. So there's my weapon. Let's go talk to Felix Faust. More of the same there. Supplies. But when you come down here, you'll see blood bat gear. You might be thinking, well, I've already got the blood bat. Well, this is a brand new blood bat. This is the level 77. You'll see here in a second. Level 77 PvP item level. It's kind of lagging a little bit. So in case you didn't know, and I probably should have covered this first, that my PvP combat rating is 11 right now. As you can see, my PvE combat rating is 88. PvP is 11. That's not good. I've never done PvP with this character, but that's going to change because now I can just go to Felix Faust. Let's go down to healer. Right here. Healer, and let's get all the gear. Level 77 gear. Chest, legs. I've got the head, shoulders, gloves, waist, boots, back. Now we've already got our weapon. We got to get the face piece. We got to get the trinket, the neck. Not one, but 2 rings. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get that organized in our inventory. That's pretty good right there, I guess. Let's bring that up. Takes up 2 rows, nice and neat. Okay, we've got all of that. Let's go back into Felix Faust. Now a new set pops up. This is our next tier. You have to get everything, even the weapon, for it this to show up, and this costs marks of valor, as you can see. And it's actually pretty cheap. And you now get a utility belt pack. Let's look at that. Consumable trinket. So you get your basic, and it costs 20 marks. So now you can have a PvP utility belt, but they don't have it with the bloodbath gear. They've only got it with, it starts with the, we'll go down and look. This is Avatar of Bombardier. You might be saying, well, I've already collected that. Well, this is the new Avatar of Bombardier. And I got a lot of stats here. That's the classic there. Style, Avatar Bombardier, not collected. So anyway, that'll be the next tier of what I'm going for next. So, because I saw a lot of people shouting in the Hall of Doom that were very confused by all of this. So what's the next thing to look at? Say you had already gotten all your marks, and I think it cost over 400 marks of valor. You've already got all your marks of valor to complete the Avatar of Bombardier set. What you're going to want to do after that, let's go back over to the Meta Wing. Meta Wing, Meta Wing. That will be your next set. I believe that's the either the aeronaut or the logistics officer. But that's going to be your next set. And that will be visible once you get in the kiosk. That will be visible once you get the Avatar of Bombardier done. Now once you get that set done, let's come over here. And look what we have. So you can see right now, if I try to look at this gear, all it gives me is supplies. And he's telling me I don't have enough training marks. So it's gear progression. You can't go to the next level of PvP gear until you finish the other one. Finish the previous tier. Something they should have implemented into the game from day one, in my opinion. But great new addition to the game. And this is the Harley. This is the Harley gear, and this is your. This will be your final one for season 1 until they upgrade the PvP armor again. So get started PvPing. I know I spent a lot of time yesterday PvPing on my DPS. Had a lot of fun. So while we're down here, I got one more thing to show you. Now another thing you can do. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's come down here. Now you're going to want to check out the R&D station. Let's look at the R&D station real quick. Notice at the top they have a recovery tab. That is for Exobyte salvaging. Another awesome thing that they brought into the game. So we'll go over here to Mr. Andres. Go down here and you can see that they've added Recovery Kit Alpha. Let's go and get a Recovery Kit Alpha. Now this is a kit, not the plans. Let's go ahead and get this guy here. We'll buy one of those. We'll look at our inventory. Like I said, these are, you can't equip these. These are kits, not plans, and they disappear after you use them one time. They're for one use only, and they're to salvage the mods out of your gear. So if you have any old gear in your bank and you want those exobytes out of there, go get some kits. Now the alpha give you less chance of recovering more exobytes, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Let's go over to Mrs. Pfluger. Plans, Recovery Kit 2. They cost Marks of Triumph. Recovery Kit 3. Recovery Kit 4, which costs a lot of Marks of Triumph, $31.25. Now these are the actual plans that let you make the kits. So let me go ahead and see if I can demonstrate it here. I'm just going to get the Recovery Kit 2. I'm going to buy it here. 125 Marks of Triumph, not too bad. Now you can also sell those in the vendor, which is kind of nice. I actually sold one for $1 million yesterday. It's pretty cool. Let's go down here and equip the plan. Plan's updated. And I hope I have enough. I'm probably going to have to go back to that vendor. I'll just show you real quick. I don't have a whole lot of plans on this guy. Here's a Recovery Kit 2. Let's click on it. Now I'm going to need a Focus Element 2 to make the kit that plan allows you to make. So we've got a Focus Element 2 that we need. Need complex materials, need simple materials, and you need a simple toolkit. Now you get the toolkits from this guy. Unfortunately, I don't have any Focus Element 2s on this guy, and I'm not going to bother buying one because I can't show you the salvaging anyway because I don't have any. I did all my gear yesterday. It took me about an hour, and I just emptied out my bank of all the old. I had like 20 pieces of gear that still had old mods in them. So, but one thing, say you go buy a Recovery Kit 4, it's only going to allow you to do 3 level mods and up. So you can use the Alpha Kit on a Tier 4 mod. It's just you're going to get less exo. It's going to yield less exobytes back. So what you want to do is say you have a 2 level mod in a piece of gear. You'd want to get a Recovery Kit 3, and you're still going to have a good chance of getting a lot of exobytes back. But you have to have a three plan, recovery plan, to take out of to take a level 2 mod out of the gear. I mean, you can do it with Alpha too. You can do it Alpha or Recovery Kit 2, but you're going to get more exobytes back from the Recovery Kit 2. If that makes any sense. Kind of didn't explain that very well, but you'll figure it out. It's not very hard. So anyway, what else can I show you? Those are the main new additions. And of course, let's just look real quick. Let's go to our skill trees. And as you can see, we've got new things to put your skill points in. There's 6. There's another tier on the skill trees with 6 spots. You can add So right there you can add 18 precision. You can add 36 power if you're a controller. You can add dominance, 12 dominance if you're a tank or a controller. And you can add health. That'll give you, what, 42 spots of health, and so on. So every tree has new skill point slots. We have power, we have precision, restoration. So right there, if I had 6 more skill points, I could add 42 restoration. Fortunately, I only have 81 skill points. This is my alt. This is one of my alt characters. I don't really run them too much. I only play this character about once a week. So anyway, that about does it for some of the stuff to do while you log in for update 25. So get cracking. Make sure that you salvage all the old mods out of your gear. Make sure you go respec and allocate your skill points. Kind of makes it hard to dual spec anymore unless you have a really large amount of skill points. Probably going to need about 200 to dual spec in about anything. So I'm exaggerating a little, but it seems like you're going to need about 200 skill points. So it's something to go for. So I hope this kind of helps anyone that watches this kind of clear up the confusion on what to do. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Always leave me comments if you want. And if you like my videos, subscribe to the channel. And I will talk to you later.